Sometimes I wonder who would break first. A physicist asked to analyse a Fast and Furious film, or a historian asked to review Churchill, The Hollywood Years. That's the one where Christian Slater plays Winston Churchill as a US Marine trying to stop Hitler from marrying the Queen.
Lieutenant Winston Churchill, the US Marines! Got a problem with that, pal?
I don't recommend it. Anyway, interesting thought experiments aside, I always find it amusing that a series which I swear started off as inspired by Point Break, whereupon a police officer is sent undercover with a group of extreme sports enthusiasts and winds up joining their family. Also, they were stealing TV VHS players. If you don't know what that is, then ask your parents. Back in 2023, and the family is now... I don't know what they are now. Secret agents? The Avengers? Rich people in need of a hobby? Anyway, our heroes are forced to do battle against the Joker. Aquaman isn't playing the Joker, but instead the son of drug kingpin Hernan Reyes. You remember from the fifth one? No, not the one with the runway or the submarine, the one with Brazil? The safe? Whatever, just accept in this universe Jason Momoa can be sired by Joaquin de Almeida, possibly because his entirely off-screen mum was related to Hagrid. I swear, the first time we saw them on screen together, my wife burst out laughing and stated to me that she could no longer take this film seriously. I was impressed she'd lasted that long. As for the film itself, it's an odd beast. For my money, the best action sequence in the film is in the first third. To call the cast overstuffed is an understatement. Why is Brie Larson there? She could very easily have been replaced or removed, but I guess she'll come into play in Fast and Furious 11, Fast Raker. Yeah, the overstuffed cast is a major problem, as all 837 of them need something to do, and as a result, the back half of the movie basically consists of them all trying to get from point A to point B, and I started to get a bit fidgety. I mean, a film with an alleged budget of $380 million, in the same way that my alleged budget for my last night out was £30, shouldn't feel like a collection of people wandering around various sets when I paid for Vroom Vroom Boom Boom. I mean, there is Vroom Vroom Boom Boom, but just not enough for me. I'm just going to assume that most of the budget went to the cast, or was spent on rebuilding every single set after every single take featuring Ronan Dex off of Stargate Atlantis, because the last time an actor was having this much fun on set, they were Jeremy Irons on the set of Dungeons & Dragons.
Let their blood rain from the sky!
The terrible one. Not the one starring Chris Pine that you already forgot existed. It was pretty good for a Guardians of the Galaxy clone wearing Dungeons & Dragons clothing, but as for the cars who loved me, my main issue with it is that it is clearly the biggest part one since their exercise in cinematic nihilism, Avengers Infinity War. I swear, if it had finished with a musical sting and the phrase "to be continued" showing up on screen, I wouldn't have raised an eyebrow. I mean, it does seem to have dialed things back a hair after the last one just dialed up the silliness to 11, which to my mind can only be a good thing, but there's just a whiff of the checklist about the whole affair. Let's face it, were it not for Conan, skip his version and watch Arnie's, having the time of his life, this whole film would feel a little flat. It's very similar to the terrifyingly overrated Dark Knight. Whenever there's a non-villain scene, the whole thing drags slightly, and everyone's mumbling their lines, because everything's very, very important. And you've also got the usual grumbles. Everyone's taken their invulnerability pills this morning, it's too long, the plot's ludicrously simple yet at the same time overly complicated, and like I said, there are way too many characters with basically the same objective, putting the band back together, and look, it's a Fast and Furious film. If you've liked them before, then you'll like this one, and if you didn't like the last one, then this won't change your mind. I'm just waiting for Jeremy Clarkson to turn up in the next one.
Speed saves lives!
So if nothing else is on, check this film out. Otherwise, just don't bother. But what do you guys think? And what is your favourite Fast and Furious film? Comment below, let me know. I'm Daniel, it's been a dunking. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share and subscribe.